Well, good Monday morning, Alaska. We continue to watch that wildfire activity growing across the state. Of course, one thing we're going to be watching this week is cooler weather that's going to shift eastward across Alaska. This will help provide some reprieve from not only the heat, but certainly help with some wildfire fighting efforts across the state. Now, as far as what we're dealing with this morning, we are holding on to some rain showers across parts of South Central as we are seeing that return to some unsettled weather, which will keep temperatures here across South Central about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what we did see last week. We're also going to be talking about areas of the interior about 20 to 25 degrees cooler. So that's that cooler weather we were talking about last week that's going to continue to build back in across the state. As of this morning, we are officially over 200,000 acres burned so far in the season. And just a quick note, on average each year we typically see about 1.1 million acres burned per year. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we typically end up each season. But 187 current active fires across the state, of which 9 were new over the last 24 hours. And of course, we continue to see 24 staffed wildfires across the state. But we have seen a significant jump in that wildfire acreage increase really over the past several days. Now, as far as what we're dealing with when it comes to the air quality here across South Central, no significant concerns. However, through the interior, we have been seeing that air quality fluctuate from moderate to unhealthy levels. That's been with us through the weekend and likely will stick around for the next couple of days due to in large part to the ongoing wildfires that we have through the interior, as well as our upper level pattern that's going to continue to favor those smoky conditions building in across the interior out towards the slope, as well as parts of the northwest Arctic borough. As far as what we're dealing with when it comes to those wildfires, just a quick update on that Bear Creek fire. As of 5:30 this morning, DOT will be piloting traffic flow when it is safe to do so between milepost 259 and milepost 276 as that fire is directly impacting the Parks Highway. It was closed for a period of time this weekend. All lanes were, but now we are seeing it shifting more towards DOT piloting that traffic when it is safe to do so. So that's what we're dealing with for areas along the Parks Highway. Notice our ridge that has been with us, that brought us that unseasonably warm weather, particularly for areas of the interior where temperatures warmed into the mid to upper 80s. That ridge still with us, although really impacting areas of the northeastern parts of the state. You can see parts of the interior still under the influence of this ridge, which is actually going to help move some of that smoke out of the region. Still going to be very smoky skies through the interior, but notice that northeasterly flow or northwesterly flow, I should say, that's going to help move some of that smoke out of the interior out towards the northwest Arctic borough, where we're going to see hazy and smoky skies. So be prepared for that moderate to unhealthy air quality to continue to stick around the next couple of days. Additional thunderstorm development will be possible today, but more so geared towards the eastern interior and locations north of Fairbanks, really thinking the central Brooks Range and east through the Brooks Range is where we're going to see that better potential for some thunderstorm development today. So right there within the where we're seeing the influence from that ridge. But those smoky skies will stick around for the next couple of days. So those who are within the sensitive groups may find some issues if you are outside in some of these smoky and hazy conditions. Cooler weather, though, already beginning to spread across the state. You can see temperatures anywhere from the upper 30s out towards Utqiagvik to 40s and 50s across the rest of the state, with areas of the interior already warming into the 60s. But again, like we were talking about, 10 to 15 degrees cooler this week across South Central. The interior will be about 20 to 25 degrees cooler. Even areas of western Alaska, you're going to see those temperatures 10 plus degrees cooler than that warm stretch that you did see last week. The Aleutians, though, going to continue to hold on to that area of low pressure that's been stubborn and not showing much in the way of movement through a large portion of last week. While we are seeing that system beginning to shift eastward across the state, another low is going to build in on the backside of that, keeping showers, winds, and cooler weather with the Aleutians. So that's what we're going to continue to see with this trough as it shifts east across the state. So we're seeing that ridge. It's breaking down across Alaska, and that's allowing for this unsettled weather to build back in across the state. So be prepared for those cloudier conditions, a lot less sunshine across Alaska, and of course we're going to see more in the way of some showers to be expected. Nothing organized for a large portion of this week, but we're going to see that isolated to scattered showers today and tomorrow for South Central. Now, areas of the interior could see a bit more heavier rain showers and a lot more composed or organized showers that move through the region. But as far as South Central, we'll see a good portion of this week on the dry side, yet cloudy conditions will remain with us. So that's what we're going to be seeing with that trough shifting east. You may notice, yes, it is cooler outside. dry, but that warm weather that we did see last week, that has caused some issues, particularly through the Matsu Valley, where we're seeing rapid snow melt that is leading to some flooding out towards the Yitna and Squitna River, as well as some erosion of the banks of the river out towards the Matanuska River in Butte. This is a video coming in from William Burke. You can see sandbags being used, the amount of water that continues to rise that's impeding people's properties. That flood advisory continues here over the next couple of days for both the Squitna Yitna River as well as the Matanuska River in Butte as well. And we're going to continue to watch that situation as it unfolds. But until 10 p.m. Tuesday, that is for the Yitna and Squitna rivers, which is flooding caused by snowmelt, and then until noon Wednesday for the Matanuska River near Butte. This is for the warm temperatures and the bank erosion, which has led to high waters breaking through the banks. And again, that continues through at least the middle of the week. So that's what we've got ongoing across South Central. And of course, we're going to watch these showers building in across the region as well. And notice, really nothing organized the next couple of days. By week's end on into the weekend, we could see a bit more showers building back in across coastal regions of South Central. This storm system is also what we're going to be watching. That's going to bring the return to a more widespread rain for southeast by week's end. But as far as the rest of June, we're largely going to sit on the cooler, cloudier, and showery side across the state. But again, we could still see some thunderstorm development for areas of the eastern interior and then locations north of Fairbanks. The rest of the interior, you may see a rogue thunderstorm move through, but largely expecting some showers. And this showery weather is certainly going to help when it comes to those firefighters who are on the front line battling those wildfires. We could still see some additional wildfires spark this week, but activity in terms of thunderstorm development does not look as widespread as what we did see last week when we saw more than 40,000 lightning strikes across the state. So here across South Central, you can see that chance of showers remains with us this week, and then kind of tapers off by the middle of the week. We should see some sunshine breaks into our Tuesday and the first part of Wednesday, but a good portion of this week is going to favor a lot more cloud coverage. And I know there's those who enjoy the cloudier conditions and the cooler weather, so this week is going to be for you. We are not done with summer. We're still going to see some 70s in the forecast, but as far as the rest of June, we are going to track some of these cooler conditions. Fairbanks, you can see daily highs, 60s and 70s to be expected. That's about 20 to 25 degrees cooler than what we did see for last week, which means we're going to see more organized showers and a lot less thunderstorm potential this week. But do note, you will still see that potential for some thunderstorms, particularly for the eastern interior and parts of the Central Brooks Range and east of the Central Brooks Range, really east of Anaktuvuk Pass is where we're going to see that better potential for thunderstorms. 71 in Fairbanks today, 46 in Utqiagvik. You can see western Alaska warming into the 50s, and the Aleutians, of course, continuing to hold on to that showery, cooler, and cloudier weather, while southeast, you'll catch some sunshine breaks today, but really expecting a gradual return to light rain showers through the week with more organized activity by Friday into Saturday. So that's what we'll be watching across the state here across South Central. You can see those temperatures certainly cooling off. We're talking about highs today, upper 50s, lower 60s. If you want the warmth in South Central, you have to head to the Copper River Basin, as this is where we'll see the best shot for temperatures to warm into the upper 60s. Meanwhile, through the rest of this week, you can see cloud coverage remains, highs in the low to mid 60s. You can see by end of this month, we're largely going to hold on to that cooler weather. Average high as we close out June is right around the mid 60s, so we'll be seasonal to slightly below seasonal values. We may welcome in July with slightly cooler weather, but there is signs that we could see the return to some warmer conditions as we welcome in next month. For now, though, we are going to welcome these cooler conditions and the rain showers, which certainly will help when it comes to the dry and hot conditions we've been dealing with. That has allowed for the wildfire activity to continue to grow rapidly, which, as we've already mentioned, is now approaching 200 or just over 200,000 acres. Of course, we'll continue to keep you monitored on that coming up in the noon show as well as in the evening newscast. For now, make sure you have a great Monday. Enjoy the cooler weather, and if you find any photos, videos, be sure to send them to us here. Certainly help us, particularly when it comes to that wildfire activity, to show the state exactly what is going on in your neck of the woods. Again, have a great Monday as we continue to see these cooler conditions spreading across the state.